Hi everyone, my name's Graham Holter. I'm the editor and publisher of the Wine Merchant magazine. I am publicly shaming myself as the person who brought you this headline. Well, I can explain, because I wrote that headline in late February. We were just putting together all of the analysis from our reader survey that we do every year in partnership with Hatch Mansfield, and at that time things were looking pretty good for the Indies. And they will do again, it will all come back. It was a tricky year last year, but there was a lot of confidence in the air in January. Things were moving in the right direction. We've got a strong underlying trade there, and there is a lot of challenges at the moment, and those challenges are going to be, they've gone for a long time probably, but I'm convinced that this trade is resilient enough to get through the worst of this. I just wanted to update you on a couple of things. Now, as you can see, I'm not in an office, I'm working from home, as is Claire, our assistant editor, and everybody else connected with the magazine. And that's one of the sensible compromises we've had to make, and there are a couple of others. I mean, the biggest one is that the print copy of the magazine for the time being is on pause. It's a lot of expense to put out a print magazine and to distribute it, and our revenues are taking a hit. We can't do the buyers trips that we like to do. We can't do the round table events around the country and the tastings and the winemaker events. All that kind of stuff for the foreseeable future is gone. So we've got to cut our cloth accordingly. But the good news is that it's forced us in a way to look much more creatively at what we do digitally. So the social media element has already been cranked up. We're doing much more on Twitter, which is the medium we tend to favour. The website will be upgraded a little bit so we can get more editorial content on there. We kind of use it as a bit of a bulletin board at the moment and not much else, but that's going to be a lot newsier and a lot busier, and a lot of the content you'll find in the magazine will also be uploaded there in a slightly different form. It also allows us to be a bit more responsive to current events, which I think at the moment is pretty important. We can't just wait for print deadlines. What else are we doing? We do our merchant bulletin newsletter, and that's something we've done for a while, but in a kind of very ad hoc way. That's going to be much more structured now, so that'll be coming out every week. If you want to register for it, and you may find you're already on that list because it's existed for a while, but you can go to winemerchantmag.com and just make sure that, all you have to do is just follow the link to subscribe to it, and that way you'll never miss it. The PDF version of the magazine will continue as well. That works really well. It's worked well for 8 years, ever since we started the magazine. So you physically turn the pages online and it looks just like the magazine. So that will continue. And there's no firewall, there's no registration or anything like that. So that's where we are. It's great to see so many people being so positive and upbeat and kind to each other at the moment. I think there's a really good spirit in the independent trade. There always is anyway, but I think at the moment, we're certainly seeing it in the conversations on social media. People are really there for each other. They're really sharing their experiences. And at the moment, there's a lot of positive stuff as well as the gloom. And retail sales are going really, really well for a lot of people. Local deliveries have really taken off. Some internet business is improving as well. It's always been a bit undeveloped in the independent trade, and that's looking much healthier than it's done for a while. So that's all good stuff. On trade, yes, of course, there's a huge challenge there, and we'll have to see how that unfolds. But let's just cling to the positives that are there and keep reporting on those, as well as acknowledging the other things that are going on. That's kind of it, really. Do stay in touch with us. Do stay connected. And, we want to hear your stories about how you're coping. And we'll try to reflect all of that in the magazine, on our social media feed and in the newsletters. Finally, don't forget the dog. If you've got a dog that works in your shop, we need to see pictures. Stay safe, everyone. Stay strong. Stay connected. See you soon. Thank you.